Hello and welcome to Focus on Redmen. I'm Matt Swarchek. I'm the Director of Television here at Fostoria City Schools. We have an excellent episode for you. We had a band, The Stray, who came and played at Fostoria City Schools recently, and we had Gabe Worth get a chance to have an interview with them, and you are going to see Gabe's interview with the band, The Stray. Hope you enjoy.
I'm Gabe Worth, and I'm here to interview two members of, what's your band?
The Stray.
The Stray. All right, so what drew you guys to come to Fostoria?
Okay, so we work with this organization called Relevant Speakers. That's who Brad works through as well. So we got that connection through Brad, and so we go to schools and do assembly sometimes.
All right, well, what kind of inspired you guys to join up and make a band?
You want me to answer something? What inspired us? Well, I've been part of music my entire life. I would say probably the same for you. I started playing drums when I was 10, and so right off the bat, me and my brother we just started a band, and ever since then I've just been in bands. Yeah, I just listening to music along the way. Music always was a coping mechanism, and it was an outlet for me in a lot of different ways. So, yeah, I've always been drawn to it, and so now it's my job. Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah.
What about you? What compelled you to?
Well, for me, like he said, I kind of grew up playing music, just kind of all around, and then I went in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and once I got out, I kind of got back into it. I didn't do too much music besides maybe an acoustic show here and there when I was in, and then I toured around the country with the band for a while, and took some time off, and then John started this project here, and he asked me if I wanted to kind of do it for a while with him, and I asked him if I got paid, and he said yeah, so I said yeah. But even if the money wasn't there, it's still something that if I could do it, I'd do it in a heartbeat. So it's a lot of fun. Like he said, it's a good outlet. Yeah. It's a good time. Just kind of you go off in your own little world when you're kind of up there playing. So there's no better high in life than being on stage.
Yeah, and life's too short to not do the things that you love. So yeah.
So how many places have you guys traveled to?
Man, I've never gone out of the country for music yet, but I've been in every state multiple times in the U.S. We're just all over the country.
Recently, we just got back from South Dakota last week.
Yeah, that was a long drive.
Iowa and Missouri and
the Midwest. If you're ever driving through the Midwest, it's rough. It's just corn.
So much corn.
Just tons of corn.
Lots of corn.
And the windmills. There's some windmills, which are pretty cool, the first time.
Yeah, corn with the C.
Yeah. Oh.
Not with a K.
Yeah.
Backwards K.
That was a flop of a joke.
I got really good jokes.
So far, no cussing. Great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I usually don't cuss at all either, because my mom would be really upset with that. I don't think I've ever said a swear word in my life.
You can keep interviewing us. We could actually just talk forever.
Oh, yeah.
It would get bad.
So, with all this traveling and stuff, what? I don't know where I'm going with this. What instruments do you guys play mainly in the band?
Yeah. So my main spot is singing and guitar, lead singing, and then.
What else do you play, John?
This guy plays the bass and he sings harmonies.
What else? What other instruments? Do you
During
play?
our concert, we're all gonna switch instruments twice, so we'll all be on every instrument at one point. It's just fun, and everyone gets to kind of do something different, and I don't know, people seem to like it. So yeah.
You think it's weird how we've been staring each other in the eyes for a lot of this interview?
Yeah, should I look at the camera? No,
it's up to you guys.
We could look at him, but it's weird. We've been staring at each other a lot.
So one time, I don't know if you remember this, my old band. We did a music video, and there's one shot of me stared right into the camera, and I wasn't so. It was so awkward looking when I looked at the camera. So I don't look at the camera anymore.
I did a no for an interview. I left my phone on.
Oh.
I'll blame it on you.
I felt my phone vibrate. I got that email too. Yeah.
So, are you looking into like any other places to travel around the world or even around the country that you'd like to play at?
So actually, next year we might go to Europe for a few weeks for some shows. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm trying to think. We're gonna be in Florida in January. Trying to think anywhere else like significant. We're doing a lot.
We don't usually do the booking, so there's a lot.
Yeah.
Of, like we don't.
Yeah, we just kind of see. We have someone does
Not
all
sure
the
whenever,
all the
where
booking
we're
for
going.
us. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep playing all over the place. So
Do you guys have like your own albums out, or do you just do covers of other people's songs, or like what's your whole situation?
yeah, so we've been doing this for about a year. The last band I was in was like really, really serious, so we just did a lot of touring. And so that and same thing with his band. So we kind of got both out of that. Just with a lot of content. So we just started this. We're gonna go to the studio in December, middle of December. So we'll have an album out sometime next year with all of our stuff. So right now at the concerts we play like about half originals and half covers. So kind of about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Out of all the places that you've been to, where was your favorite to tour at?
Favorite to tour.
Kansas City has good barbecue.
I love Colorado. That's just because we were kind of up in the
Yeah.
mountains a little bit, and it was just gorgeous out there. I mean, it was beautiful. KC does have good barbecue.
I'm trying to think where else. New York is awful because of the traffic. Chicago's always cool. Arizona was really cool. Like Tucson, Arizona. You can like we were there in the summer, so like when you're like in Tucson, it's crazy hot. But you can just like 15-minute drive into the mountains, and like you just go up the mountains, and it's like 70 degrees. So that was like a cool area to be in. Just kind of like Colorado, like you go up the mountains, it's way colder. But yeah, I don't know. There's other places, but that's what comes to mind.
It's always
So-
always something new.
Yeah.
Where do you usually like release your music onto? Like what platform?
Basically just all of them. I mean, you just get it on
Spotify,
any
iTunes.
sort of social media, any sort of Spotify, iTunes. There's a company. I can't think of their name right now, but you can actually like put your music into this company, and they put it all out for you, like on every platform, so you don't have to like go through each one, which is helpful.
So like a wild guess, how many schools do you think you've played at?
Just this past year, it's been.
It's been about probably 60 this past year.
Is it usually like the same reaction every time, or like?
No, it's different because it's
Different demographics, different people. Like I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, we were in Kentucky, and the kids in school listen to nothing but bluegrass.
Yeah.
And then they have this, rock band that comes in, and there's different. You get different vibes, different places
Yeah.
that you go. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see that too, and try to kind of. Hopefully we'll have a nice arsenal of music soon, so we can kind of maybe pick and pull. That's going to maybe be a little bit more particular to the people that we're playing for. But
Yeah.
if not, we just go out there and put on the same show anyways, and it's usually pretty fun.
Yeah.
So like, do you guys plan on experimenting with like other styles of music other than rock? Or like different types of rock?
I think they all kind of, a little bit of everything kind of influences
Yeah.
the writing process.
Yeah. So a lot of times when I'm writing music, it's like the things that I'm listening to definitely influence what I'm doing, and I don't just listen to rock. I listen to a lot of other things. So our album will mostly be like rock stuff, but it's kind of on the lighter side of rock. It's not like heavy.
Like screaming and like?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not that stuff. So yeah.
So like, do you go to like small venues, or have you ever like went to a large venue, or like how does that all work?
So yeah, there's a story. My old band, before I was actually in it, I kind of shared this on stage a little bit. They actually toured with 21 Pilots a lot before they were huge. and they played at this place called the LC, which is what's it called, Express Live now. And it was when 21 Pilots they announced that they got signed to their label. And it's just like a huge not a stadium, it's like a auditorium or something.
I thought it was Newport.
No, I don't think so. Anyway,
I'm wrong a lot though.
It's so they played that show, which is like super cool, and now 21 Pilots is like as big as you can get. But yeah, I played in like some huge places, but I prefer like the smaller venues. Anyway, I think they're more intimate. I think they're cooler.
You get to meet the people that way, you know, and kind of.
I'm sure.
See who's really enjoying it.
I'm sure if we were playing in auditoriums and we were selling them out, I'm sure I'd like the paycheck a lot more.
Probably fun too.
Yeah.
I mean, there has been times where we've played for just pretty much the people who put on the show.
Yeah.
So
hopefully those days are behind us though.
So do you guys like have a record deal, or are you like, what's going on with that? Are you like avoiding a record deal?
So our situation is kind of different. We kind of have everything we need that a record label could offer us, except like distribution. So if we were to work with a label, that's all we would really need from them, because we have the funding we need, we have all the equipment we need, and it's all already paid for. So and we have people booking for us and things like that. So yeah, the record label couldn't really offer us much right now, except for distribution and maybe some better shows or some better tours. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, you got a show going on here tonight, right?
Right. Yep.
7 p.m.
All right. Well,
we'll see you there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Sweet.
I know.
But thank you guys for your time.
For sure, man.
And it was nice to see you like in the school and actually
Right on.
going out there.
Right
Awesome.
on.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
And have a good day.
Thanks to the Stray. Thanks to Gabe for putting that together. We hope you all enjoyed that. We hope to see you next time on Focus on Redmen.